give all praise, honor, and
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakash.
All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutations to you, hopeful elect members of Allah, which is to say 144,000 in the last Qadash. That's what we are starting to be a part of, the 144,000. So we wanted to pretty much edify, we edified a couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago on the Passover. And we are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, we just had the Passover Wednesday evening. And there's a difference between the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. They coincide, but the Feast of Unleavened Bread is started with the actual Passover being the night of the Passover is when Yahweh Shai, aka the Death Angel, all right, aka the Grim Reaper, swept through the whole land of Egypt and killed the firstborn male of Egyptian, all right, man and beast. Okay, so we are in that Feast of Unleavened Bread where we eat unleavened bread for the duration of the week. All right, but we're gonna edify, because you got so-called Christians celebrating Easter, which the apostles go into all the time, the importance of etymology, which when you go into the etymology of a word, it breaks down its origin. So if Christians simply went into that word Easter in the New Testament, you will see that it's actually talking about and referring to the Passover.
Yep.
Now, when the Lord actually was crucified, here it is. They celebrate the Passover with the Lord, aka Jesus, for them in mind. You know, when they're going through the Passover, when they celebrate Easter, they got Jesus in mind. But in the same New Testament, when it goes into his birth and his death, because they don't never really have the Lord's birth in mind during so-called Easter. They always got his death in his resurrection in mind.
Right. Because his birth is supposed to be Christmas.
Christmas, yeah, that's what I was thinking that too. I was gonna get to it. That's good.
Okay.
Good wavelength.
Yep.
And so the same New Testament that they'll read Easter in, go a couple of books prior to the book of Acts, and you'll come across the Gospels when it clearly tell you that when the Lord was getting crucified, all right, it was during the time of the Passover when he got apprehended. All right, the Feast of Unleavened Bread and all that was centered around the Passover. But you know, being that they don't go into the Greek and the Hebrew, they don't know that Easter, all right, is not supposed to be the worshiping of fertility eggs and Easter bunnies.
Right.
Which Easter bunnies don't even lay eggs. All right, so it's all a bunch of women worship, fertility worship. All right, some left-hand bullshit. And we're gonna edify on that. And when you get a chance, can you go up into the pagan origins of Easter?
I was just thinking about it.
In my head,
I was just thinking about like after I finish reading what's on the phone. Okay, this is in the book of Acts, the 12th chapter, and I'm gonna start reading at verse 1. It says, "Now about the time Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Israelites, he proceeded further to take Peter also."
Yeah, he said it pleased the wicked Jews to vex certain Israelites of the church, meaning the followers of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Those that believe.
Yeah, those that believe.
Because you have Israelites that didn't believe in the Lord, okay, and then you had Israelites that did. So when it's speaking about the church, that's a separation between Israelites that actually believed in Yahweh Shai, well, Yahweh Shai himself, and then Israelites that just wanted to stick to the customs of the law, okay? It says, then were the days of unleavened bread.
Yeah. Then were the days of unleavened bread, meaning the feast of unleavened bread.
Right.
This happened around that time, right? Or during that time.
Right. During the same time that we're currently in right now. You know, thousands of years ago. It says,
hey, you know what? We know that because of understanding how to observe the moon.
right.
If we didn't know how to observe the moon, we wouldn't be able to say that with we ain't seen him in some time.
Man, it's been a while.
Hey, but through the spirit, he was hungry right when, you know,
Yeah.
without understanding of the moon, we wouldn't be able to definitively, you know, make this statement.
Right.
You know?
Right. There's no second guessing with us because we do actually understand the moon and how it actually operates, man.
Meanwhile, IUIC celebrates their Passover a whole 2 weeks early.
Right.
Either 2 weeks early or 2 weeks late.
Right.
I'm not sure if they already had their Passover, because if they had their Passover already, they had it on the new moon, which is erroneous. So they had it this past new moon, or they about to have it on the new moon coming up. Either way it goes, that's wrong. That's not the right dates.
Yeah, right.
Because the Pesach is celebrated on the full moon. All right.
2 weeks into the
14th day at evening.
the 14th day of the month. 2 weeks into the month. You know. It says, verse 4, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quintorians of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Yep. Intending after Easter to bring Paul.
That sweet Palo Santo, man. That sweet smell, man.
To bring him forth to the people. Okay.
So right here in Acts 4, where it mentions Easter,
and that was talking about Paul, right?
yeah, it was Peter.
Peter, excuse me.
Yep. He was talking about Peter. He had locked Peter in prison, and he said he intended after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Yep. So after the Passover, the intent was to bring Peter forth to the people, because it was a high holy day.
The word there that's written in Acts the 12th chapter, the 4th verse, is the word, the Greek word, the Strong's G 3957, and the word is Pascha. Pascha, which it tells you that its origin comes from Pesach.
Yep. So Pascha is how you say it in the Greek, but that goes back to the Pesach, all right, which is how you say Passover in the Hebrew.
In the Lashon Kodesh.
Yep.
It says the biblical usage is the Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance of old Egypt. The Paschal lamb, i.e. the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan, the first month of their year, in memory of the day on which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by the Heavenly Father to slay and eat a lamb and to sprinkle their doorposts with its blood, and the destroying angel, seeing the blood, might pass over their dwellings. Yahushua crucified himself. It says Yahushua's crucified is like to the slain Paschal lamb.
It is crucifixion. All right. So Yahushua is our sacrifice. Okay. Yahushua was crucified in place of the sacrificial lamb, being that he became the sacrificial lamb for the nation of Israel once and for all.
It says the Paschal Supper, the Paschal Feast, the Feast of the Passover, it extended from the 14th to the 20th day of the month Nisan.
Yeah, 7 days. All right, we're currently in the middle of that.
Yep. It says of Chaldee origin, the Passover the meal, the day, the festival, or the special sacrifices connected with it, Easter, Passover.
So Easter is the Passover. So all these bozos, that's about to be worshiping the Easter bunny tomorrow.
Right.
All right, about to be worshiping the fertility goddess. Are completely bugged out, and that's another reason why the apostles say, now we don't deal with Christians.
Right.
All right, Christians are some severely they are severely bugged out. All right, you don't find nothing about no fertility worship, no Easter bunnies.
Right.
All right, and them laying eggs, and it's a tradition or a custom for the Israelites to take eggs and dye them psychedelic colors.
Right.
All right, hide them and go forage through the woods on a wild goose chase,
Right.
looking for colorful eggs.
Looking for these eggs.
That's some LSD
Right.
shroom shit.
Right.
You know?
It's a special shade of pink. It's a special shade of purple.
Fluorescent colors.
That you don't find this shit nowhere else.
Yeah.
Other than on those damn eggs or in the baskets. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Everybody wearing pale ass pastel colors.
Right. Pastel colors.
Showing up
the
to
one.
church looking crazy.
Right. Right.
Wearing your best.
Right.
Sunday's best.
You got a whole pastel pink suit on, nigga. What's wrong
Right.
with you?
What's wrong with you?
So that's nowhere in the Bible, man.
Right.
But yet Christians uphold that, and then if you ask them to prove it to you in the Bible, they're gonna go to Acts.
Yep.
And then, if you break down Acts right, Acts 4, going to Easter, they'll still deny the shit. So that's why we don't deal with Christians, because they're bugged out.
That was in Acts 12.
Excuse me, Acts 12.
Acts 12 and 4.
I said 4.
Yeah, Acts the 12th chapter, the 4th verse.
Come.
Oh. But hey, even the blue letter tells you that it's directly related to the Passover. It's nothing, which the origins of the Passover doesn't describe any of the acts that people do for Easter, right? Or Christmas even for that matter. Because you could tie both of them. Because Christians got two separate holidays for the same Hebrew high holy day. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Passover. They got two very separate holidays and two separate seasons for the same event.
And it's a tradition of Isaac. This is Exodus 12 and 1.
And then it's like, and even with that, Christmas, they'll celebrate it being the Lord's birthday, and that's not even something you're supposed to do. Right. The scriptures tell you that. It tell you Nimrod. I think people started. That's the first time you see somebody worshiping or honoring their birthday was Nimrod, if I'm not mistaken.
There's only 2 birthdays in the scriptures, and on both of those days, there was a sacrifice. One, John the Baptist was killed, right? And the next one is the one you're talking about, Nimrod. Or that first was Nimrod, and then in Yahushai's time is when they killed John the Baptist, and the daughter asked for his head on a platter.
Yep.
So what the fuck are you Christians doing celebrating birthdays? Because y'all are bugged the fuck out, and you can't let go of pagan traditions that are comfortable into.
That was a custom in ancient Egypt as well for Pharaoh, because they saw Pharaoh as a carnation of a god on earth. He was supposed to be the human carnation of Horus upon earth. He's supposed to be the link between the people and the gods themselves. So he was supposed to be a god on earth. So him and then his firstborn son, whoever his firstborn son would be, those days would be worshipped as they thought that those was, they'll be in that same paganistic worship of them on their birthdays. I'm doing a little study on that because I'm putting something together on that. We're going into, since you had mentioned it to me, the Egyptians, all the plagues, and how that tore up the Egyptian religion. You know what I'm saying? I've been diving into that, so I got some information together. I'm just formulating it before I actually put it on wax.
Beautiful. Diving deep. All right, this is Exodus 12:1. Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
Yeah, that's why we need deliverance, man, because, you know, when we celebrate the Passover, we don't know if the lamb we cooking is a female
Right.
or a male.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know if the lamb had some type of defect. Might have been blind or lame or something.
Right.
You know?
That's spot on it.
Spot, yeah. So we're surely operating off faith. Faith in rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Which that's well pleasing to the Heavenly Father. And the scriptures say that the just shall live by faith. The spirit that is lifted up within Esau is not upright. You know, like I say, Esau got spiritual scoliosis. Alright? So Esau got spiritual scoliosis, and the hopeful elect are living by our faith.
Right. Hey, if I can say this just real quick, because that Greek word Pascha appears in the New Testament 29 times, but only one time is it in there as Easter. The other times it's in there as Passover.
Yeah. Exodus 12:6. And ye shall keep it unto the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in the night, and in that night roast with fire.
Hey, Christians ain't doing this.
Right.
You know, you claim to be the people of the Lord. You know, coming back. If you claim to be adopted back through the blood of Christ, right? Wouldn't you do what's commanded?
Right.
All right. Wouldn't you actually tap into the high holy days? The Bible says you're supposed to celebrate versus what Israel gave you. But Christians don't do that.
Read letter, Matthew 26 and 26, dealing with the breaking of the bread and the drinking of the wine, which is a Passover tradition. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not it raw nor sodden at all with water.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to boil it. You don't boil the Passover lamb. You don't make it a stew.
Right.
You know?
Yep, not a stew. You can't make burrito tacos out of that mud. And ye shall, only because they take the lamb and cook, slow cook it in the water. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth until the morning shall be burnt with fire. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded and your shoes on your feet and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is Yahweh's Passover.
Yeah, it's not a fine dining. We at a restaurant, you sitting, sipping wine, having a jolly conversation, taking your time eating with a knife and a fork. You know, it's not that.
Yeah,
getting your water refilled and shit.
Yeah, no, you gotta eat it in haste, because you gotta think, when we was in Egypt, we was on a time crunch. You know, we had to get something in our stomach. You ate till you fill, because soon you're gonna be beating feet.
Yep.
Right.
So you need
You need that energy.
You need energy, Plus, you don't need any yeast or leaven because that shit'll slow you down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Most High wanted us, and He didn't want us to have itis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Cramping up because you're trying to move fast and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine eating a damn fucking foot long sub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then having to in a matter of time walk fast.
Right.
What they call it, airborne shuffle.
Speed walk.
You know, speed walking, like the old
the
boots
old
in the mall.
Like the old grandmas.
Like the old boots you see in the mall, bust blocks. Yeah, man, you end up that yeast, you know, that leaven, you end up cramping up.
Right.
So the Lord didn't want that for us, man.
And it was spiritual as well because, hey, we were purging out the wickedness of Egypt. Getting ready to be clean, you know, on our trail. But, you know, Jake couldn't get right ultimately, but that was the purpose too, man, is get your mind right. Forget about what we've been going through. Hey, you've seen the miracle. We have a bright future ahead of us. Let's get up out of here and let's be clean with it. That was it on that for the moment. Because then it just goes into the passing over of the firstborn. You want that, well, I just grabbed this.
Well, no, it's not a scripture. It's the same. It's I looked up a little bit on some info.
All right, this is from School of Sacred Wild, the pagan roots of Easter. Spring is here. Birds are laying eggs, and joyful spring in the morning. Wild flowers are popping up, and fruit trees are blossoming. As the bees and butterflies swirl in the breeze, people are falling in love, planting seeds in their garden, cleaning their homes, and decorating them with flowers. Fertility, new beginnings, hope, and beauty are being called into celebration, dealing with the spring equinox, right? That this is the fertile season, so that's what the egg represents. Spring is a time of renewal of the earth, and whether we are conscious of it or not, we may notice that in our ancient bones, we too feel called to awaken and renew ourselves. Fucking pagan ass bullshit. Perhaps you have felt called to a large spring cleaning of your home. Maybe you are finding research. Get to the damn front.
I was just about to say, hey, bro, get to the point on that. That's Santa Claus.
There we go. Some of us. Yeah. Oh shit. Hey,
Ricky Smiley Santa Claus.
Showing up on the next day of first he was on the Christmas holiday. Now we're here for Easter.
When he come back this way, he gonna have bunny ears on. A full suit.
Yeah. And that'll be hilarious. Still with the bug out like that. That'll be hilarious.
All right, we're gonna do the AI version, so it's shortened.
Okay.
Easter has complex roots, blending Christian theology foundations and ancient pagan European traditions.
Yeah, and that's some of what Constantine is guilty of, mixing secular worship, you know, infusing that with the traditions and the worship that we find of the Israelites, all right, and making it real friendly to generate more believers, to control people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe in the 4th century is when they started bringing back in, started bringing in pagan traditions to the worship of the Israelites. 400 AD.
Yep. Hey, just a quick little insert. All different type of nations had celebrations that they would throw for spring coming about, man. Okay, because winters used to be tough to get through.
Yeah.
Winters used to be tough. Spring comes, that means you can plant crops. You know, you can get a harvest. You know what I'm saying? Your livestock is having babies. You know what I'm saying? It's springtime is all nations. You know what I'm saying? Under the sun used to look forward to the springtime. They used to have celebrations for the springtime and customs that they would do, and celebrations they would throw for the springtime. So it may trace it back to Anglo-Saxon roots, but we know it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than England. It goes back to Rome. It goes deeper than Rome. It goes back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? as Ishtar was Egypt, and then it goes deeper than Egypt back to actual Babylon. Okay. Just wanted to throw that out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the thing I looked up too said it goes back to some Anglo-Saxon shit, and it's like, nah, it goes deeper than that.
Right.
You know, it goes further than that.
Yeah.
But we know that especially Esau Edom, he likes to just rebrand things. You know, what was that plane that crashed a couple times a couple years ago? The Max or whatever, and then they renamed it. They either renamed it to the Max or they renamed it from the Max to something else. But that same plane, like two of them crashed in like a matter of months from each other, and then it was a big scare. People were scared to fly and whatnot, so then they said, oh, we're not gonna make the plane no more, and all they did was rename it and push it back out there. You know, just showing that Esau constantly just revamps shit. Go ahead, brother.
All right. While primarily celebrating the resurrection of Yahushua, many secular Easter traditions such as eggs, rabbits, and the name Easter itself are linked to spring fertility rituals honoring Anglo-Saxon goddess Eostre. Goddess Eostre or Ostra. The name Easter is believed to derive from Ostra, the Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring and dawn.
Isis was an Egyptian goddess of fertility. You see what I'm saying?
Ishtar, I believe too.
Yeah. So those same, they just rebrand the name a little bit. You know, same. It's the same goddess with the same powers.
Exactly.
Just you know what I'm saying?
And if you speak about fertility, hey, them rabbits, that's why there's a term fucking like rabbits, because rabbits rapidly reproduce because they're constantly getting killed by hawks and foxes and coyotes and wolves. Everything will eat a rabbit.
They're not expected to have a long lifespan.
Yep.
But they're rodents. Rodent kind reproduces quickly.
Yeah.
You know, rabbits, rats, you know what I'm saying? Squirrels, all they reproduce quickly and they can get their numbers up quick.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother. But rabbits are well known. You leave a male and a female rabbit together, you're gonna have a whole bunch of rabbits in no time.
Whole bunch.
Go ahead, brother.
The rabbit or hare, an egg,
which rabbits don't lay eggs
at all.
Okay, they're mammals. You know, which means they give live birth, like how humans give. Yeah, right. Reptiles lay eggs. Fish lay eggs. You know, birds lay eggs. Yep. You know, insects lay eggs, but mammals do not lay eggs, man. Okay, they give live birth, meaning that when the baby is born, when the baby comes out of the mom, it's living, you know, or it's a stillborn.
Yeah, the egg is inside of the mammal.
The egg stays inside the mammal until the offspring is you know, it's time for that offspring to actually come forth.
Yeah.
You know.
Symbols of fertility: the rabbit, the hare, and egg are ancient symbols of fertility and rebirth, which were assimilated into the holiday. Eggs were traditionally decorated, used in rituals representing creation. And I remember I went a few years ago, and they used to take eggs and dip them in blood.
Right.
For,
I remember you bringing that out a couple years back. Yeah. So even the painting.
In ancient pagan time.
Even the pagan, or even the dyeing of the egg or the coloring of the egg, the whole act of what people do for Easter now, it's all linked to paganism, man. You know, everything. You know what I'm saying? We break Christmas down the exact same way. That everything that the people, you know, the fun part of this false holiday that you people worship, it all goes back to idol worship, man. It's all idolatry. You know,
you're worshiping another God.
Right.
You're not worshiping the God of the Bible when you participate in these so-called holidays, no matter how innocent or harmless you might think they are.
Right.
Okay.
It's for the kids.
And now the kids is gonna grow up to be deceived and be demons.
Right.
A lot of the demons that's on people stem from these so-called holidays, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And the reason we speak about it is because the people try to link it back to the Bible. You know, if they didn't link it to if people was just, oh, this is Easter, but it had no link to the Bible, we wouldn't speak on it, man. We don't speak about fucking Ramadan.
Yeah, we condemn
You know what I mean? We would say that it's, you know what I'm saying, it's false, but we wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't really care.
Like that's some heathen shit. That's what they do.
Right.
It ain't in the scripture.
Right.
Which even the shit that they're doing is not in the scriptures.
Right.
The way they try to promote it to be in the scriptures. You know?
Yeah, that blood dying goes back to Ishtar, but the Christians adopted it going into the crucifixion of Yahushua, so they died on bread.
Bro.
Stop yourself.
Stop it.
Get some help. Timing. Pagan celebrations took place around the spring equinox, March 21st, to celebrate the end of winter, which often aligned with Christian commemoration of the resurrection.
That right there shows you that even the heathen utilize the moon for left-hand sinister purposes. All right, because it said that lined up with the spring equinox, marking the end of winter. And when you read the scriptures, what we read in Exodus 12, the month of Abib is the first month for us Israelites.
Nisan.
I mean, well, certain accounts that say Abib.
Okay.
And, you know, certainly you might say Nisan. But that marks the beginning of the years for us, the end of winter and the beginning of the spring. All right, which, you know, all lines up with the spring. The farmer's almanac. All right.
Passover connections. Theologically, Easter is tied to the Israelite Passover, as the resurrection took place during that time, leading many theologians to argue its core is non-pagan. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, because none of those traditions were kept at any Passover in the scripture.
Yeah. Well, before the Lord got crucified, they doing a damn Easter egg hunt. You know, they got Easter eggs hiding behind the crucifix that the Lord was on.
Right.
With little kids. Oh, I found an egg. Right. I found one. You know what I'm saying? Behind the crucifix. It's got blood on it. Yeah. No. That's heathenistic shit. All right, that eventually got incorporated into the scriptures, or into the doctrine of Christianity.
Yep. Integration. Early Christian missionaries often merged Christian holidays with existing pagan festivals to encourage conversion.
Read that one more time, bro.
Early Christian missionaries often merged Christian holidays with existing pagan festivals to encourage conversion.
It said they incorporated.
They merged.
Yeah. You know, just like if you got a business, two businesses coming together, you got a merger.
Right.
So there's going to be certain shit from one business that's kept, and certain shit from another business that's kept, incorporated into one new idol, so to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Leading to a blending of pagan traditions with Christian doctrine.
There you have it. Pagan traditions and Christian doctrine. That's all so-called Easter is. Okay? Can a brother actually, I know we got something. What you doing?
Can I bring out Exodus 20 real quick? You know what I'm saying? Because this is we're mentioning how Easter itself, the traditions that come from Easter, all is blending in these idols in with what, you know what I'm saying, what's supposed to be kept separate and holy, you know? This is Exodus chapter 20, starting at verse 1. I want to read verse 1 through 6. We'll read pretty quick. It says, "And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. thou shalt not bow down
Yeah,
thy...
so all these images, even when you go to the so-called Christian church, growing up, Easter coming around, they got they got the basket with the eggs in there, with the chocolates.
Yep.
Easter bunny shit all
Chocolate
everywhere.
bunnies.
You know,
Chocolate
everywhere.
eggs. Yeah.
Get the worst chocolate.
Fucking jelly beans.
Jelly beans, yeah. All that shit. That's idol worship, man.
Oh, those damn, what's the marshmallow peeps?
Yeah.
The marshmallow shits, man.
Them shit's so
Those
nasty.
disgusting fucking little, you know what I'm saying? Little balls of sugar, you know?
Hey, yeah, you know, like, thinking about that shit, what come to mind is old church people. They be having they'll have them candies just from years past,
Damn.
just stored up in their house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them Easter candies.
Easter candy.
The nasty ass peeps and shit.
Peeps is massive.
Like, who would eat that?
Children.
Old people and children.
Old people and children. You know? Old people, because they don't got to use teeth to actually,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It'll dissolve.
It will dissolve.
Or they grew up with them.
Right. And then children, because children are idiots. You know?
And the nasty ass Cadbury eggs.
The fucking eggs.
You bite into this egg, it's all creamy and shit.
Fucking jelly beans, bro. Jelly beans, man. What the hell? You know?
What the hell?
The hell we gonna say?
It says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. So we're not supposed to have, other powers. We're not supposed to bow ourselves to idols, man. We're not supposed to bow ourselves into, you know, we're not supposed to incorporate customs of paganistic customs in with the truth, man, in with the Bible. It's not supposed to. They're not supposed to mix. The scriptures speak about how the Bible is not going to want its mate. Okay.
Yeah, actually grabbed that.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is
Now, so like one thing that was mentioned was when you was reading that, it mentioned something about pretty much equinox, and what came to mind was the moon. We actually use the moon for our high holy days. That's how we determine our high holy days. And so also, bro, I can tell you about it was saying that the spring, all right, that first article you had, it was talking about the spring, how it was you know, the fertility, the rebirth, the fertility, the crops, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, planting seed.
Now, people attribute, you know, a harvest in gathering of crops and whatnot to some damn idols that don't exist.
Right.
All right, so they're doing it on the left-hand side. However, on the right-hand side in the scriptures, we actually have a feast of first fruits, which is honoring the Heavenly Father for the blessing of the first crops of the year, which is in the spring. And then you have another one in the fall. The last, and we'll get it, you know. So you thank the Lord for the first batch of crops that He's given, and then for the last batch that He's given for the year. All right, and those are some of the high holy days. But and with the balance to it, on the left hand side, you got Esau that'll use those two blessings, all right, that the Lord, you know, provided to the earth. And they'll try to attribute that to a deity. Okay, which is a part of the reason why the Lord is going to fuck Esau up.
All right, this is Exodus 34 and 21. 6 days thou shalt work, but on the seventh day thou shalt rest. In earing time and in the harvest thou shalt rest. And thou shalt observe the feast of weeks of the first fruits.
So, all right, the feast of first fruits. Okay, the Feast of Weeks. All right.
Of wheat harvest, and the feast of gathering, in gathering at the year's end.
Yep. So at the beginning of spring, all right, or the midst of spring, and also in the fall. Those two gatherings, you know, you honor that and you recognize that and you serve the Lord. All right, you praise the Lord for that. All right, now Esau, that's in the scriptures, man. But every nation celebrates pretty much those two high holy days, but they got a demonic spin on it.
Right.
You know?
They're doing it in celebration to their gods.
Yeah. But in the kingdom, we ain't gonna do that. Or nobody in the world's gonna do that. You know?
Verse 23, thrice in the year shall your men, children appear before Adawan Yahweh, the power of Israel.
Yeah, so those 3 times being those two celebrations, you know, your final ingathering, your Feast of First Fruits, and also the Passover is those 3 occasions, high holy days in which every Israelite man is to appear before the Heavenly Father. You know?
For I will cast out the nations before thee and enlarge thy borders. Neither shall any man desire thy land when thou shalt go up to appear before Yahweh thy power thrice in the year.
Yeah, so wherever you was coming from, the Most High will have it to where, you know, you can take that voyage back to Jerusalem and don't gotta worry about some nigga trying to break into your house and be squatting. And then when you get back to Galilee, some fucking Moabites don't move into your shit or something like that. Raid your neighborhood. You know, the Lord would have favor on us. You know, yep. That's pretty much that.
Man, this, you know, where it goes, that was it. But, you know, it goes into the seed, a kid in his mother's milk.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Jews don't eat cheese on their burgers and shit, or on their meat.
That's
no understanding.
All you gotta do is with the word seed, it means to boil.
Well, even that, it's dealing with, you ain't supposed to take a lamb or a goat that's still sucking on the teat off the teat to eat it.
Yeah, look that word seed up.
In the Adam?
I mean, in the blue letter.
Yep.
Hey, can you grab real quick? Can you grab Exodus 23?
Bashal
14.
Yep, I got that Isaiah real quick as well. Exodus 23 and 15.
14. Start at 14 and read
to boil, cook, bake, roast, ripen, grow ripe.
See, to boil, cook,
bake, roast, ripen, grow ripe.
So you ain't supposed to use the milk from the mother, and in any capacity, cook that gentle use.
That little baby. In that milk.
Yeah. You must let the animal grow up first. Is basically what that's trying to say.
You want the Isaiah real quick? It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Yeah, so there's no comparison or any book that you can match to the Bible and say, okay, the Bible's not complete unless you incorporate this book.
Right.
And when I say the Bible, I'm talking about the 1611 King James.
Right. Which includes the Apocrypha.
The Apocrypha being included in the 1611.
Look right there, please.
All right. So yeah, you can't make the Bible with anything else.
That's right.
All right. As the scriptures say, the study of or the making of many books, there is no end.
There is no end.
You want to grab that? Ecclesiastes. It's like the latter chapters. Okay. You had something to watch?
No, that was it on that.
Grab that Ecclesiastes. I'll grab this Exodus.
Yep. This is Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. And much study is weariness of the flesh.
Right. That the information you take on, you know, it alters your brain, and with that, you physically get altered. Like somebody who's deep into witchcraft, that is up studying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing their Harry Potter spells and all that. You can fucking eventually you gonna see within a flesh that eventually you gonna see them demons manifest in their flesh. Just as when we read the scriptures, that wisdom makes our faces shine. Like our family members, after studying, when you first come into the truth, they realize there's a change in you. It's physical. Okay.
This is Sirach 13:25. The heart of a man changeth his countenance, whether it be for good or evil.
Yeah, the mind of a man changes his countenance. You know, so if you know you got some evil thoughts, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna resonate in your face. It's gonna manifest.
It's gonna show in your face.
Yeah, in your countenance.
You're gonna be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Just as you in a jovial, good, you know, you sipping on some of your yarn, you know, having a good time, that's what it's gonna show.
Right.
You know?
Wisdom causes a man's face to shine.
Right.
And a merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance.
Right.
A cheerful countenance is a token of a heart that is in prosperity, and the finding out of the parables is wearisome labor of the mind.
Yeah, hey, and you know, finding out deep, dark understanding of a parable. Hey, hey, look at the account of Samson. When them Hamites, right, the Philistines, wanted to know where Samson got his strength from. They went through hell and high water to try to figure out the parable that Samson put forth of that lion with the honey.
With the honey.
You know what I'm saying? So
Carcass.
yeah, the carcass. All right, so let that be an example of trying to understand dark parables. Look at this. You know, like if you got a fucking math test coming up, you know, and you're trying to figure out this equation or remember it, you'll be up all night trying to remember that shit, and then you realize like, fuck, I only got 4 hours of sleep to get.
The formula.
You know what I'm saying? Up all night, go fucking stressing yourself out. You know?
History test, trying to remember dates.
Yeah. Remember countries.
Right. This is Exodus chapter 23, starting at verse 14. It says, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in a year. Thou shalt keep a feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib. Like you said, sometimes it's referred to as Nisan, sometimes it's referred to as Abib. For in it thou comest out of Egypt.
Yeah, this is around the time we came out of Egypt. You know, right after winter, beginning of the year, spring, New Year. That's beautiful, man. You know, you went through a crazy ass winter. You were just in the height of getting your ass kicked in slavery.
Right.
And then that's when the Lord shut that shit down.
Yep.
And delivered you.
Yep.
All right, so we pray that's indicative of what we receive on this side, salvation, of around this time, which we know we got there's prophecies that got to come to pass. The RFID chip, the microchip, mark of the beast being fully implemented.
Yep.
But at least that's something that's actually is speaking. That
Right.
vision is speaking
Yeah.
in the earth. All right. Now it's just a matter of time before they just say it's hey, everybody got to have that shit.
Yep.
Especially with the state of the world. All right, you still got Iran over there blocking the Strait of Hormuz to Western countries, and the only way you can get through the Strait of Hormuz is if Iran gives you the okay, and also you got to pay a toll.
Right.
But you gotta, not only do you have to pay that toll, you have to pay that toll in Chinese currency. 2 million
2 million yuan per ship.
per ship. So that's the reparations that the Iranians is getting for the damages done to their country. On top of that, all these years of sanctions put on them by the West, which had, their economy at up afloat, but it wasn't doing as good as it would have been doing in comparison to all them Saudi countries that was going along with the program using that U.S. dollar, the Federal Reserve note. All right, Qatar, Oman, not Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, those countries like that, the Gulf Coast countries. Okay.
Country we went to war with and changed their regime.
Yep. So Iran didn't play by them rules, so they had sanctions placed on them, which set them back. But now they getting their reparations by charging those $2 million per boat. Crazy, per vessel that comes through there. They get money. All right, and these countries, they need that oil to keep their industries afloat. So they're gonna pay that. All right. You have something?
Yeah. Just real quick. This is just off of Google's AI. When you type in anything in there, it gives you an AI. It says for Iranian toll, the Iranian toll for the Strait of Hormuz. It says toll costs and currencies. Reports indicate tolls can be substantial, with some reports stating charges up to $2 million per voyage or around $1 per barrel of oil, often payable in Chinese yuan or stable coins.
Yeah.
So just qualifying, what it is that we had said. This is back in.
Type in on Google what countries does Iran allow who will? If you got something to do.
This is kind of lengthy. I'll hold up on that, but I do have a quick article real quick. All right. So this week there was a big thing with OkCupid, who released a bunch of facial recognition information and personal, because them dating apps get real deep into your personal information. They ended up selling that information to a facial recognition company.
Wow.
Right? And in the past, you would have to go to court, you would get sued, the government would actually put fines on you, and big fines. You would have to pay hella for that. Trump gave him a slap on the wrist because why they're getting ready to implement this mark of the beast, MOT Bizzle. All right. While most dating apps collect vast amounts.
So, hold on. Let's
go ahead, brother.
Read that.
There was a small spider I was keeping track of. Crawling around. That I wanted to make sure it made his way off the stick. All right. This is real quick. I typed in what countries are able to pass Iranian toll. It says based on reports as of early April 2026, Iran has established a toll booth or a controlled passage system in the Strait of Hormuz, selectively allowing vessels from countries it deemed friendly to pass without while restricting others. It says countries allowed passage: friendly nations: China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Iraq, Malaysia, Thailand. Restricted countries.
And notice that a lot of those countries are located in what they call the global south. you got the global south and then the global north. So, you know, Latin America, you know, Africa, all the darker people at the south of the equator, and then all the Edomites is pretty much the north of the equator, minus fucking Australia.
Australia, which is just an offshoot of fucking Britain. You know?
So yeah, the global south pretty much has been railroaded through, you know, Esau's colonialism, but now that's all changing. Notice once again, the people that Iran is allowing through there, the nations, those are all nations of color.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, restricted nation, Iran has restricted vessels linked to the United States, Israel, and countries that have sanctioned Iran. So it didn't give me a list of the actual restricted countries, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the European countries, all the countries that's just been going along with America and their BS this whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like you had Israel tell America, nah, we're not joining you on no ground operation. Nigga, that's your job because you're our bitch.
Right.
That's what America's telling the European countries. We're not going to take the Strait of Hormuz by a shoulder rocket or some gun. That's your job, right? They passing the buck.
And Small has told America, we're the meat grinder and you're the meat.
Yep.
Hey, you gotta imagine, you starting some shit, getting a shootout with some people, and then they be like, okay, hey, we about to go do the drive-by, and you be like, nah, I'm not going, y'all go. You know what I'm saying? But you the one that started the shit.
Right, it's your shootout.
You the one that fired the first shot.
Yeah, they said that nigga Alizar said that's what Hakaz's punk ass did in Seattle when they got shot at. It was I guess Hakaz instigated the situation, and then when the dude started shooting, he was shooting at Alizar, but when it all went down, Hakaz ass stripped off and was nowhere to be found. Left him high and dry. Man.
Some whole nigga shit.
Yeah, that's some whole nigga shit.
Did y'all see that this week? Trump was telling France and the other European countries, hey man, y'all gotta go take the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
It's your fucking job.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
That nigga's crazy.
Y'all should just go take it.
Yep.
Hey, but these countries are starting to look at Donald Trump, and everybody's, you know what I'm saying, nobody's like, they're losing respect for that guy fast, man.
He already lost all respect.
Like, hey, at first it was like
There's
that
some
that whole first year, they kind of was in fear of that guy, man.
Right.
To where, because he was dropping sanctions on everybody, dropping tariffs on everybody and whatnot, and they was kind of, you know, taking it easy, like on eggshells around the dude.
Yeah.
But now, the love's gone.
You know what did it was the Venezuela. Once he went up in Venezuela, bro, I can tell you once Esau went up in Venezuela and pulled that gangster move, that was like, damn, this nigga can try and do that to us.
Right.
You know,
There comes that Greenland shit too.
Yeah, there comes a point when, hey, the bully, you see this nigga bullying everybody. There come a point to where it's like, man,
333.
I'm sorry. This nigga tried to do some. It's like, fuck it, man. We gonna go out fight. He ain't about to come up in my house and you know, kidnap me and my wife and you know what I'm saying, throw me in prison. That's how these officials in these other countries perceive that whole Venezuela shit. The nigga just took the oil. You know, the vessels, redirecting vessels that had oil.
Right.
Getting them mid-sea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got helicopters.
Right.
These niggas, some damn paratroopers, not paratroopers, but air assault. You know what I'm saying? Assault onto the damn vessel and fucking run up in there with rifles and just commandeer the ship, man.
Yep.
Now you going to some port in Florida, and your ass was supposed to be going to damn China or Russia or some shit. You know?
Right.
Oh, you also got I think it was a Russian oil vessel that actually made it to Cuba to help them out with oil. All right, here it is. America's in the back. They're in the backyard of America. America got them niggas sanctioned so bad for so many years that no oil is going to them. Yet some Russians had to come from all the way across the world,
Right.
different hemisphere,
Right.
all right, and provide them with oil. And they said being that they were successful in doing that says a lot. Because America ain't run up on that Russian shit.
Right.
Because they know if they would have did something, it's gonna be war.
Because Russia got hands.
Yeah, and another reason that the EU ain't fucking with Trump because he's down with Putin. Them niggas buddy and shit. Because this nigga's wife is fucking Eastern European, so they're in cahoots.
Yeah, that's just all. It's all game.
Yeah, it's all orchestration. Man.
Really, it's all for none of these countries is really beefing. It's gonna turn into some beef at the end, but this is all show and smoke and mirrors for that one world government.
Yeah, because they gotta do that Phoenix. They gotta destroy and then rebuild out of the fire.
Yep.
But little do they know, which they know because we've been saying it. Little
It's
do they
wave
know.
day today.
Yeah.
It's wave day. It's white bitch wave day.
I
Old
hate
It's
Edomites.
because everybody's out doing the no
Easter,
King's
Easter,
protest.
and then Easter too.
Well, yeah. But like down the block,
Yeah,
both
yeah,
ways,
yeah.
we got no King's
No
protest.
kings.
So I think that's what we doing.
Right.
Old ass Edomites.
Watch out.
But we've been hollering. We're against the whole American system now, man.
Yeah.
We're against the whole global system as it stands. We're against it.
They gotta be broken down. And
All of it.
dissolved.
Regardless of where it's at, man. Not just America. We're against the system that's running over there in Jamaica right now, man. Okay?
Yeah, that
British Mexico.
bullshit.
Everywhere.
You got the whole cartel shit. That's all controlled by the small hats.
Right.
They got a
People
small hat
are
president.
realizing that too.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
they getting mad. The
Yep.
Issachar is getting mad. You know, when you go into
Issachar.
matter of fact, we can segue after we finish this. But I want a brother to hold that Genesis 49.
Did you want the rest of this Exodus 23?
Where
was that
you end
it?
at?
I read through verse 15.
No, keep going to like 17.
Actually, I didn't even read all the way through verse 15.
Yeah, let's start from there again. Read down to like 17.
Okay. You wanted Genesis what?
49 NLT.
In the NLT. Okay. Go ahead, Tugo.
Did you still want that Revelation 13 and 18?
Yeah, we can go into that.
You want me to start at 1
You
and
said
13?
yeah, Revelation 18. Right?
I was holding 18. This is 13.
Get to the point with the trick. 16.
Okay.
Was that everything on what you was just reading?
Oh, yeah. I got that article too. Dealing with the chick. But as far as scriptures, yes, I was done reading.
Read the article real quick. That's the major thing to have your eyes put for. Because World War III is already here. We got the chip. Really,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of little things that's gonna happen around that shit. You know, with the collapse of the economy, that pretty much all tandem.
Yeah.
Because them collapsing the economy is gonna lead to them. Hey, look what we got here.
Right.
This will make everything
Opportunity.
better. We heard you say, and it'll be being that we listen to your phone. We heard you saying you're tired of going to work.
Right.
Well, take this and you get a UBI,
Right.
You
a
become
universal
reminiscent.
basic income.
Right.
So with a social,
Tired of working? Want more vacations?
With a
Take
social
this on.
credit score,
Yeah.
You want to be on your couch?
Yeah.
You don't want to go to work for the man no more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take this on.
You can see the ads, the forced ads on your YouTube videos,
Yeah,
you know?
man.
oh, they showed
Hey.
a party in the 15-minute city
Right.
and shit. You want to come to the 15-minute city?
You want access?
Take this bad boy.
Hey, you know that they're gonna do some type of a flash event, man. All right, because the slow roll is too slow. Okay, they tried to slow roll with the
CB.
the jumps,
Yeah.
the jump shots, and not enough people was jumping to it, man. So they got to do something that's drastic, that completely disrails and fucks up people's life, so that way they can roll in the way back to normalcy is this, you know.
And
that slow roll of, oh, we're gonna offer it to you, and see, there's not enough fish biting at that.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they all the people that took that jab, if they still alive, they all fucked up.
Man.
And there was a researcher, I think it was a scientist or something like that, from somewhere, from Italy, that did the research and found that every one of his patients that took that jab, their pineal glands is completely destroyed.
Damn.
Could you imagine that? That's your pineal gland is where your spirit dwells.
Right.
Your spirit dwells in your pineal gland, your third eye, so to say. In people that took that jab, their third eye is completely destroyed. I couldn't imagine that, man. That's scary to me, bro.
Zombie,
Remember they said that the God code, the God gene.
God gene.
The God gene. They was talking that pretty much the God gene being people's the gene that makes people believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
Something along. Matter of fact, can somebody look that up? God gene.
You had that.
What is the God gene?
You had that brother that works with the nigga from the Purple Power Rangers. He said that homeboy took the jab, he felt like he couldn't really connect with the spirit anymore.
Yeah. So that's scary, man. You know.
And you got they're using this immigration thing to push forth for this MOTB. All right, you got JFK that said he want everybody wearing wearables by the end of 2026.
Yep.
So that's why they got ICE at the motherfucking airports and at the graduations, the military graduations, and then your backyard. Hey, because they're getting ready for what? Martial law, sedition against men. Hey, everything you reading in 2nd Ezra 15.
Hey, ancient Germany. All right.
Yeah.
Underneath
Papers, please.
underneath what's his name?
Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
All right.
Which was a grandson of Rothschild.
That whole regime, people were accustomed to seeing them troops everywhere. Okay, them German troops, the SS.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's the same thing here in America. This current presidential administration is making it a custom for you to see ICE, which ain't nothing but his private military plastered all over the place, which is going to eventually usher in martial law, which, like I was saying, coincides with the RFID chip.
And you had old boy that was dressed like the SS out there playing dress up when they first hit the streets. Remember that?
Yeah.
The head that got fired. He was the head of ICE. They got rid of his ass. He was wearing the SS jacket, the fucking get-ups, the stirrups, and all of that. Showing you what fucking time it is. But y'all niggas is
Hey, brother,
sleeping and shit.
that's just crazy because look, that dude that got fired, whatever his name was, that dressed up like the SS. Here it is, you're in charge of this pretty much private military force controlled by the president. But the president himself is controlled by small hats. But the so-called Nazis were against the small hats. Allegedly. So make it make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which they were booted out of, the small hats were booted out of Germany because of, they were promotion of porn, usury, the banking system and all that. So you had them getting persecuted or pretty much get the fuck out of here. You see, hey, you see what's going on with them right now.
Right.
They're getting bombed. When the bombing first started happening last month in Israel, you had a lot of them trying to go to Poland. They're getting off the plane in Poland, and actual Polish people is like, this is our country. Get the fuck out of here. Like, go back over there.
Right.
Because now y'all gonna come over here with that bullshit, and we don't
bullshit.
want that shit over here.
Right.
You know, which really, those ones that was going back to Poland, they just going back to their land of origin.
Yeah.
All right, which
Like,
ain't really their land of origin, but
Right.
to a certain degree, that's their land of origin.
That's where their grandparents was at.
Exactly.
And grandparents'
Exactly.
grandparents was at.
And I don't know how true it is, but I was just reading a thing that was talking about the Nazis were the biggest funders of Israelis going to Israel. So they was kicking them out, but it was to get that land. Especially if he was a Rothschild.
Yeah, but he was against small acts and all that shit. You know, you got to think him being a so-called illegitimate, and then getting disowned by his own daddy, you royalty, according to the Esau's line.
Right.
But you getting booted like you ain't shit. So you going
You're supposed to be a dude.
yeah,
You're supposed to be a whole dude.
you want some piggy in the brain shit.
Damn.
You know.
Yeah.
You want to take over the world.
Gonna take over the world.
Yeah.
And that damn accent though.
Yeah.
We're gonna take over the world. Or some shit, you know? Go ahead, Jesus. Is that it?
Ooh, yeah, they was.
Are you looking at
Read
something
everything.
different?
Let's see. Secret relationship between Nazism and Zionism. Let me see if it's any.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to really dig into this.
You want the back in the Exodus? Or you want that Genesis? In the NLC? Okay. This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 15. It says, "Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib, for in it thou camest out of Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before the Lord Yahweh, thy power."
That's pretty much the point. All right, so go ahead with that.
So what I'm speaking on is called the Ha'avara Agreement. Heskim Ha'avara transfers agreement was an agreement between Nazi Germany and a Zionist organization signed on the 25th of August 1933. The agreement was finalized after 3 months of talks by the Zionist Federation of Germany and Anglo-Palestine Bank under the directive of J-ish Agency and the economic authorities of Nazi Germany.
And they called it an Anglo-Palestine Bank because Britain is the one that actually funded for the state of Israel to be founded.
Yep.
Okay? The Palestine at that time was underneath the British Empire, which was standing at that time. Okay? India was underneath it, you know what I'm saying? There's various different countries that was still underneath the British rule. All right, so that's why they called it Anglo-Palestinian.
That's what the Balfour Declaration did. It was basically a gift for America getting involved in that war from the Britons to America.
Wow.
Or to the Israelis.
Right, same difference. Them motherfuckers was ruling shit over here in America anyway.
Yep.
The rats.
Same thing going on now.
Right.
Yep.
All right. We'll give you Greenland, Trump, if you enter into this war
Right.
with Iran, or we'll give you Cuba, or whatever they promised us there. We'll give you Epstein's Island.
This motherfucker just wants Greenland so he can build a golf course.
He wants
Right.
a fish fillet. Buffet of fish fillet.
And in this Gadite movie, he could read. But that's basically he was there. A bunch of Gadites. I can't remember the exact tribe they are, but yeah, they run the government and everything. And under the directive of the J-ish Agency and the economic authorities of Nazi Germany, it was a major factor in making possible the migration of approximately 60,000 German Jays to Palestine between 1933 and 1939.
Wow.
So one of the biggest funders of Zionism, but you against it. Like,
Right.
These motherfuckers is all lies, smoke, and motherfucking mirrors.
Yep. That whole thing about, you know what I'm saying, what supposedly allegedly had happened unto them. It's all a fucking hoax.
Yeah, what had not happened.
Right. What hadn't happened was yeah. It's all a fucking and they push that shit off to people in school.
Yeah.
So then you grow up believing that these are events that actually happened.
Yeah, mad and shit like damn.
Right. When in all actuality, none of that shit took place.
Reading about Anne Frank.
Yeah, Anne fucking Frank, bro.
Hey, bro, when I had to read that shit, I learned about. I was like, this shit is stupid. I don't care about no white girl hiding in no fucking attic.
Right.
I got roaches at home.
Right.
We got roaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? We fucking living in a damn in a ghetto, fucking eating leftovers. You know, going to school, you open your folder, and roaches flying out. Like, fuck this bitch, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She rich now.
Right. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. And Frank. Make me some food.
Right. The bitch died.
Yeah.
The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So what, man? So what? Shit. Tyrone just died last week. Fuck Aaron Frank, man. You know?
When it was about to go to the league, just fucking collapsed and died for no reason.
Right.
What y'all talking about?
Right.
Dealing with the R5 Dizzle, Micro C Hizzle, MOT to the BZ. In March 2026, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, took legal action against the OkCupid and its partner company Match Group
333 on that.
for allegedly deceiving users by sharing their private data with a third-party facial recognition company without consent. He details the FTC allegations. The FTC complaint focuses on several serious privacy violations that occurred over a multi-year period. And they was pushing them ICE agents with facial recognition.
Oh yeah, on their phones and shit.
Yep, on their phones, on their chest cams, all that shit.
Yeah, they when they apprehend somebody, they got their phone making you fucking take a fucking selfie.
Yep,
Wow.
that shit at the airport, trying to make you do that, which we didn't know was optional.
Right. Right. And then that's the bullshit. You pull up to the airport and they're just like, hey, stand right here.
Yeah.
And look in this.
Nigga, what?
No, there's no signage that says that this is an optional thing or anything. You just think this is something you got to do to be able to get past fucking TSA's ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying not to cause a fucking the thing to where they gonna make you miss your fucking flight. You just trying to get through the goddamn line. Meanwhile, you don't gotta stand there and take that fucking picture, man. You don't gotta allow them to take your picture.
That's just fucked up. Unauthorized data sharing. In 2014, OkCupid reportedly shared nearly 3 million users' photos along with demographic and geological data.
Hey, there's no privacy in this world anymore.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? This shit's so bugged out. People are so used to being surveilled that you got motherfuckers that got cameras inside their house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All over
Right.
their house.
Visiting family members just recently. Niggas got fucking cameras everywhere but the fucking bathroom.
Wow.
The kitchen, the fucking bedroom, living room. All right. Everywhere you walk around this house, it's a goddamn camera posted up. Which for them it's because you know for their safety, if somebody breaking the house or whatever the case may be. Which is like, okay, I get it, but I can't live like that, man. I can't live with a bunch of walking around my house and I'm being recorded. And you know all that shit is fucking Esau got access to all that shit.
Somebody somewhere sitting there just watching.
Just watching you, man. That shit's demonic, man.
Yeah, fuck
Playing
that.
God, watching your ass.
Just watching you.
Tapping into your smart TV and your
Fuck that.
computer, listening to you and shit.
Right.
Videotaping you.
Hey,
Meanwhile, Zuckerberg got his shit taped over.
You see that shit? The newest War of the Worlds with Ice Cube.
I didn't watch that shit.
It was whack, but the point is that with his job, he can hack into anything. If it had a camera or a microphone or, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that, he was able to hack into it, man. And he works for the government. So he was able, with his job, he was able to just tap into whatever, man. Regardless if it was a street camera, regardless if it was your house camera, the camera on your refrigerator, whatever it was, he was able to just tap into that shit, man. You know?
Hey, they showed you that a long motherfucking time ago in 1999 with that movie with the nigga that just died and Will Smith.
Eagle Eye was like in 2000s.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie, but Enemy of the State. They had surveillance on you then and could tap into fucking street cameras and somebody else's camera at their house.
Right.
And so think about what they can do now.
Yeah, Eagle Eye was another one. That was where AI fucking just taking over shit, though.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the world we're living in, man.
Right.
The beast system.
Right.
Surveillance state. With a social credit score coming soon.
Yep.
How much more that other
I didn't get through very much of it. Unauthorized data sharing, I already read that, along with demographic and geological data with the company Clarify, a startup specialized in facial recognition and AI training. Conflict of interest, let me see, deception and cover-up. For years, OkCupid allegedly misrepresented its privacy practices by telling users their data was not shared with third parties. When reports of the data sharing surfaced, the companies explicitly denied involvement to both the media and its users.
He's flat out lying. Same shit that President Trump would do.
Right.
And Pete Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Just get out there and just lie.
Right.
Meanwhile, the whole world knows your ass is getting kicked.
Right.
Right. They had a couple helicopters, couple jets. Just yesterday get hit and destroyed, crashed.
The niggas still getting hunted right now.
Yeah,
they recovered one dude, one pilot, and the other pilot is still on the counter for it. Meanwhile, Iran is paying its citizens to recover any prisoners of war, take them alive, and we'll have a reward for you.
Wow.
You know? Yep. So they're giving rewards to their citizens if they apprehend any U.S. military personnel alive. They don't want them dead, they want them alive because that does something else. It's psychological.
Right, and that's now a bargaining chip.
Yep.
Right? Just like with the Palestinians or Hamas and Israel. You know, there's a whole big thing. Actually, even Russia and Ukraine, it's a big thing having actual live hostages, man. Yeah. You know, or having prisoners of war. You know, that's a negotiation. That's another layer to the 4D chess moves, man.
Hey, there's a saying. I forget what it is. I forget the saying, but it's something in war, like temperance or something like that. But talking about within war, you know, still having some type of reserve, you know, while you're at war. Now, the Iranians taking, you know, Americans soldiers hostage instead of just killing them. That's showing that they still even have some reserve when they full-fledged have the right to kill these motherfuckers for invading their country. But even with that, we still gonna be reasonable and take you as a hostage. You know, which shows that you know, you think America would do that? America finds some illegals at the border. All right, you got what they call the Minutemen, which is the militias down there in Arizona at the borders, and some years ago they were just mowing down Issachar out there in the desert, trying to sneak into America. All right, so if you had militias doing that, what do you think the American military would do if they found some Iranians flying over America and they shoot down the damn ship or the aircraft? All right, this nigga eject somewhere in fucking Texas.
Right.
Now he running for his life. You're gonna have civilians and and military trying to kill this motherfucker.
Yep.
We ain't taking no prisoners.
They-
Shoot first, ask question later.
Yep. They wouldn't take no. They won't be looking to take no hostages, man.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, you seen when a couple weeks ago when that plane went down in Qatar? How when the Qatar people was surrounding the pilot, he was spooked.
Hey, there's probably,
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
American. Like,
Right.
nigga, we know, nigga.
Right.
We know you're American.
Duh,
we,
nigga, we can
that's
smell
why
you.
we're gonna.
We can-
That's why we're gonna off you.
That's why we gotta take your
We
ass
about,
out.
to, we about to send you back to where you came from.
Duh, nigga.
We're gonna send you back to.
We know, and you don't belong.
Like, look at you. You ain't got no pigment. We know
You
you're
got no
American.
pigment.
Before I read this Revelation 13, this article here always bugged me out, right? And I was always wondering why they puffed up China so big, right? They got this, they got the little pandemic thing right here. And this was from the World Economic Forum of 2015. And they always do a magazine right after. But they had all kinds of stuff on here. The Pied Piper, being that they was about to lead you into all kinds of crazy.
That thing, yeah.
Yep, and you got China being puffed up. And who was the first to start running that social credit score and that mass surveillance? China. So they were the testing grounds for what's coming to the whole entire planet, man. All right?
Due to the sun glare, you couldn't see nothing.
Oh, you couldn't? Salaki. All right, this is Revelation 13 and 16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yeah. So that RFID chip is coming. That's what that's talking about. All right, that RFID microchip. All right, that's the mark of the beast. That's the system. That's part of the beast system, and that's the current point in time in which we are actually going to witness Esau rolling that out. All right, the world you knew it is over, and it started with COVID.
Right.
Okay, and the icing on the cake is going to be them trying to establish that form of payment, that form of identification, that form of surveillance, via that microchip, man.
Yep.
All right, and we're commanded to not take that shit,
That's right.
even if you got to suffer death.
Right.
That's better than a second of having that shit in your body.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's better than that touching your skin, man.
Yep.
You know? Because you're going to have people that's wondering, well, how will we eat? How are we going to... Hey, you got to have
Don't
faith.
worry about that.
You got to have faith, man. That's why the mark of the beast is going to be the great tester to see who really do have the faith and who doesn't. Because you got a lot of people that can talk real big while there's no pressure on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people who can, they can, recite everything, but when it's time for the test, they bomb the test. You know what I'm saying? When the pressure wasn't on, they was able to, people that can sing until there's a crowd. Now they can't sing, man. You know what I'm saying? Or they can make this shot. This the money shot. They practice this shot day and night and can make this shot no problem. But when it comes game time, they miss the shot.
Or
You know?
boxing. In the gym, they tearing shit up in the gym, but then they get under them bright lights and they can't put it together.
Right.
And that's the beauty of this thing, is only the Lord knows who's going to make it through this thing. Everybody think they're going to, or wants to make it.
Right.
Everybody got the confidence, oh yeah, in that day I'm going to stand boldly.
Right.
But hey, until you test it, your metal's got to be tested.
That's why it's powerful. Yahweh Shah telling Peter, hey, you're gonna deny me 3 times, man.
Yeah.
Because he was very
Adamant about that.
adamant. Nah, Lord. Even if everybody else leave, I'll never. Yahweh Shah was like, look,
Right.
this is what's gonna happen, man.
Exactly.
And then Peter, even you already know. Jake, you already know. Even then, he was telling Yahweh Shah like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not written, the actual conversation. Peter was very adamant about it, man. But when the time came, and when he actually realized that's the 3rd time I just denied it, You know, because it was different.
The cock crew.
Right, it was different during the actual crunch time.
Right.
So when he actually realized that, he went and wept bitterly, man.
Yeah, that's the most powerful man in Israel. Besides Yahushua.
Right. King David, man. You know?
Greatest warrior.
So to that point, when that MOTB actually drops, that's when we'll see who is actually serious about serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua and who's not. You can have a good run all the way up until that point. If you fall at the last second, man, you ain't gonna win the race.
You better endure unto the end.
That's it.
The same chapter said.
Yep, Matthew 24 and 13.
Yeah, that's why, you know, you got to look at the hurdles and the trials and tribulations that the Lord puts you through as preparation for when society, hey, the grocery stores is empty. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, 323. People put bank their whole life on fucking bug out shit and
Right.
storing up provisions
Right.
and all that. But that's not even to say you're gonna have access to that in that time.
Right.
Right? The faith that we have in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's what we're relying on as a form of currency, as food, as bread, as water, right? Sustenance, true sustenance. You know, meanwhile, and it's relieving because we don't got to worry about all that shit.
Right.
Hey,
what we're relying on, we carry with us every single day. You know, day in and day out. We live within it. All right, the just shall live by faith.
Yeah. Somebody grabbed a parable of the man who tore down to make his storehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Yeah, 666. Okay, which that's the when you look at a barcode, it has that numerical language. Every barcode has a numerical language of 666. Right, the first two long lines, the middle two long lines, and the last two long lines are numerically 6. All right, and that's on everything, all barcodes. So
that's why you got Satanists and punk rockers with barcode tattoos on the back of their neck, because they're like, fuck it, I'll take that shit.
Yeah, there was somebody I knew that, this cat, when I was in the Army, and this nigga just threw up fucking hang loose, loose, which ain't nothing but Satan,
right.
Satan worship. And that's the spirit, man. We talking about 666, and that nigga threw up the hang loose, the shit that them fucking Polynesians be throwing up.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, that cowabunga fucking. That cowabunga, I hate that
I know
shit.
you hate it to your core, I know it.
You know? But yeah, this dude I knew in the Army, which was a terror, straight up terror. He was I think he was Italian, but his mom was Issachar or some shit like that. But he was back then, you ain't know the difference between a terror and an Israelite.
Right.
You know, you might know, okay, there's something a little different about this guy, but you ain't know the spiritual aspects of it. But this nigga had a barcode tattooed on his neck, man.
Damn.
Like, man, that's demonic. And I used to be like, look, I used to see that shit. It was kind of like, there's something off about that shit. Like, that's not right, bro.
When I was a kid, anytime I would see barcodes used to make me queasy. I couldn't look at a barcode. I would always avoid looking directly at the barcode, because anytime I would look at it, it gave me a very uneasy feeling, man, to where I felt sick. You know what I'm saying? All the time, you know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, this is the book of Luke, chapter 14. And I'm going to start reading that verse, I'm going to start reading at verse 28. It says, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, setteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Least
hey, you coming into this truth, all right? You spiritually building fortifying a tower, spiritual tower, you know, around you. Being that you're taking on the full armor of Yahweh Shem outside, you know, you're building yourself up. You're being renewed in the spirit. Okay? So when coming to the truth and telling yourself you're gonna put your hands to the plow, you gotta really have an honest conversation with yourself and ask yourself, are you able to maintain and carry on with this to the end?
Yep.
All right? Because you're gonna have demons trying to tell you and convince you of all kind of shit.
They gonna come.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the truth, right?
Them niggas
As
is
you
gonna
said that,
come.
this nigga crept around the corner.
Right.
They gonna come. He said,
He said, here I am. Here I am.
you know you Babylonians, don't you?
Walking.
He look just like that guy.
Yeah.
He
You
got a
failed.
little bit older to where he can't ride a bike no more.
Right. So now he's in the
In
chair.
a wheelchair, man.
You failed.
Oh, no, that man was in the
You
wheelchair,
failed.
wasn't he? He had the little speaker on the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
Playing that,
It was,
playing that
yeah.
American
yeah,
music.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought
you're
it was
right,
white. Nah, he pulled up saying,
He used to be dipping on that mug.
oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a
All
fast
throughout
one.
that motherfucker.
Yeah. Damn.
Rocking like a hurricane. That shit is so funny.
Fuck.
Hey.
Man. It says, least happily, after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yeah, you don't want to be fall out for whatever reason, and now you're getting videos done on you.
Right.
That's part of the heritage of the saints, man. You know, you can't get mad if you're in the falling out, and now you're getting videos made on your ass. And that's part of the contract that you signed up and said that was cool.
Right.
You checked okay next to that box.
Right. Hey, you gave, it was in the terms and agreements.
Yeah.
And you gave your consent. You
You
know?
got the OK Cupid, didn't you?
You got the okay.
You joined the truth, didn't you?
Two, can you grab 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27, please? This is
Chapter 9, verse
27.
27.
You might read up a little bit. You'll see the point.
Okay.
Verse 31. It says, "Or what king?" This is back in Luke 14 and 31. "Or what king going to make war against another king, sitteth not down first, and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000."
Yeah, that's what America did. They sat down and fucked the numbers up. All right, thinking that they had what was sufficient to go to war with Iran, and it turns out y'all niggas didn't plan right,
Right.
or didn't even plan at all, for that matter.
Somebody was drunk doing math.
Yeah,
You know.
and now look at y'all getting y'all ass kicked over in the Middle East, begging the other countries to join the war after you told them, "Fuck you, we don't need you."
Right. Now you trying to just dump it in their lap.
Yeah, just take over that. Just go get the oil. If you want the oil, go have it.
That's your hot potato, nigga.
As
It's
soon
not
as
our
y'all,
job, it's your job.
as soon as y'all dumb enough, anybody who's dumb enough to actually sell their ass over there, America's pulling out just like that.
Yeah. Liquid split.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's your problem now.
It's you now. Yeah.
Like you selling a fucking lemon, a car, a piece of shit car, you know, via Craigslist. You know, you buy a fucking car, the engine, they did some witchcraft to the engine to where it'll go like a mile or two down the road,
Right.
but once you hit that light and, you know,
Yeah.
get to that main road, that
Yeah.
fucking engine just die on you.
They know it's gonna last this long.
And you calling the phone, it was a talker tone number,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
They delete it.
Bro,
Yeah.
so
True
yeah,
stories.
that's true stories.
Real, hey, real talks. You know.
Real talk, man. We were some young men, you know what I'm saying?
I just remember
About
that
a
restaurant.
decade
I
ago.
remember that
Yeah, the
restaurant.
Italian.
The restaurant was
Hey,
dope.
the chicks was there, the fine
Yeah,
ass
the
up
restaurant was dope. You know.
there. Yeah, ate some Italian food.
Yeah, man.
Fucking gunner.
Oh yeah. Gunner's gonna be your slave. Yeah.
Story, bro. He saw
It was good for the test drive and everything, man. You know.
Damn.
hell to pay. Y'all got hell to pay for, you know? It says, or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassador and desire conditions of peace. That's what they should have did with Iran rather than striking. See, y'all they thought Israel was going to help support. Israel done dumped it all off on America. Now America's looking to dump it all off on the European countries. Man.
Yeah, anybody who's dumb enough to buy a turd covered with gold paint.
Go get it tested.
Right.
Multiple times.
Right.
Dang.
Pawn shops and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
that
They
shit.
hand it off to a nigga.
Right.
What am I gonna do with this?
And that video him.
He's like, go man, get this stuff.
Right.
This nigga walking there with his beard.
That's tall boy.
Right. That's fucked up. Anyway, it says, so likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he have, he cannot be my disciple. Okay. So you
Was that the, did it mention to tear down the building? Talking about a storehouse?
oh,
That's the one.
okay, you want the storehouse one.
Yeah.
Okay. You had mentioned this one. I think.
No, I thought it meant
Did you say storehouse?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about that one. My bad. Let me get the storehouse for you. My bad.
It's how's it go?
Build it down, tear it down, and build another. Soul, I say to myself, soul, thou fool. That's how I always find it. Thou fool. Thou fool. I got you. Luke 12. My bad. I got you on that one. My bad.
No, that's all good.
Luke chapter 12, and this is verse, let's see where I want to start. Okay, Luke chapter 12, verse 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful, and he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits?
Yeah, he was getting it while the getting was good, man. You know, his ground brought forth plentiful. Imagine you move to a new house, you plant a damn, you know, you excavate, you build a garden, you know what I'm saying? Come springtime, right? And then, you know, sometime later, you got this big ass abundant harvest. You know, you acquire more animals. You know, certain lambs, I believe, they give birth in the spring.
Yeah.
So you know, you got all this. You need more space.
Right.
Right.
It says, and he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Yeah, you're gonna do a construction project. You're gonna do a construction project and build bigger.
Bigger, better, better.
Right. You're gonna make your barns great again. You know. It says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah, got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You got a storehouse. You got reserves for days. Water set aside. You got grain, corn, wheat, flour. You know, beans, non-perishables, all that. That's these preppers. A lot of these preppers.
Got it stored up.
And then even Israelites, in the case of IUIC, selling bug out bags and equipment and all that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't put us here for that, man. He put us here, as the scriptures say, but the just shall live by faith. Right?
You gotta be a piece of shit to be selling somebody a bug out there.
Bro, just putting yourself in that middleman position in any capacity is wicked as hell, man. Because you don't produce the goods. All you know where to get the goods. Why not just direct the brothers on where y'all can go and get the goods?
Oh, they got a third one now.
Why you putting yourself in the mix to where now they coming to pay you? They got a partner. Damn, that's funny. I heard what you were saying, so I was watching for it. But hey, why put yourself in the middle of the mix to where now you upselling from what you buying the other from the warehouse from? You up pricing that to sell it off to your congregation, man. That's wicked as hell.
As much money as you stealing from these niggas, why not give them and get your little tax write-off on for your charity? Why not give them a bug out bag? But nah, you a fucking nigga.
It's that covetousness.
And you want to keep fucking taking from these niggas. You already took the spirit and led them astray.
Right.
Now you want to get them all fucked up too, believing in some little ass bag. That's some weak nigga shit, man.
They absolutely ringing their congregation out, man.
Right.
Why would you do that when you don't believe in Jacob's trouble anyway?
Right, man. Right. He's changing his stance on all of that.
Yeah, IUIC for so long
They have to.
ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble. So why the fuck are you selling the bug out bags?
Right.
And they're not changing the information to more truth for the congregation. They're doing it so you can still keep giving that dollar bill.
Yeah, they gotta keep up. They gotta revamp it to keep it current, kind of going along with the current wave of things, you know? When all you gotta do is keep it real from the jump. And then you don't gotta change nothing.
Exactly.
Tell the truth from the beginning, and you don't have to change your lie or try to remember where, because you see that the Bishop Nathaniel gets caught up in his lie constantly. He's like Trump, saying something and then he's got to go back and retell it. You know what I'm saying? But he forgot some of the details from the first time he told it.
He forgot some of the breakdowns.
Right.
Oh, man.
So it changes, you know, because he's winging it, man.
Dang.
You know, when all you have to do is just keep it real from the beginning, and nothing would change. You know.
And follow the men that have been set before you.
Right.
But when you're rebellious, it leads to what? Death, man.
Really
Rebellion is as a
follow
sin
the
of
Lamb,
witchcraft. Yeah.
Right. Follow the Lamb. There's already a path. You don't got to go and blaze a new one.
Yep.
There's already one. You know, that leads to the correct destination.
But order is very important as well.
It says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee.
Yeah, you don't know when it's your time to go. You know?
Let's start with
That was a non-threatening Negro.
Oh shit. Oh, because he had the Starbucks cup?
We had a Starbucks.
and they're doing drug deals, but he got that, so he's good to
Yeah.
go.
Good to go.
Hey, the dope is in the fucking
It's in the Starbucks. It's hidden under the
shit.
phone.
Godfrey hooked him up with some free game.
He got a special compartment where
Or the whipped
it
cream
goes
or whatever that shit is.
half of the cup is filled with fucking actual coffee, and the other half is barricaded with dope.
He's got like a little compartment at the bottom. You can just pull up the part that has the coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It splashes around to where it's like, oh, if they look inside, okay, that's all just liquid. But you don't know. You can just pull that joint up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a magic trick.
What's the magic trick shit? There's a hat. There was a rabbit in the fucking hat the whole time. This nigga had the hat on, took it off, did all this shit, put it back on his head. The whole time a rabbit sitting on this nigga's head. You know what I'm saying? It's back in Luke chapter 12. This is verse 20. It says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the heavenly Father.
Yeah, you want to be rich toward Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, not rich according to this rule. So fuck the bug out there.
They shall store it up, but the just shall put it on.
Which, you know, you ain't wicked if you got that. You know what I'm saying? But don't be dependent on that.
Don't put your trust in it. Just like you're not a wicked if you have a weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't put your trust in that. Don't think that that's what's going to get you through the hard times, man. All right? Because the only way you're going to make it through the hard times is with the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So that's what you put your trust in, man. Because even maybe you got a weapon and the next brother doesn't. That's not the Lord didn't say you got to have a weapon and that's how you're going to make it through. Man. He said you got to have faith and that's how you're going to make it through. Okay? Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. Hebrews the 11th chapter, the 6th verse. You know?
What you have?
Genesis and the NLT.
I got the 2 Corinthians.
Yeah,
Oh, grab that.
And I got a precept
We'll
with it.
grab what you got. And then we'll wrap it up.
This is 1
That brother said he
Corinthians.
got a precept too.
It's a little quick one that goes with this.
Yep.
This is 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain.
Yeah. Hey, you got to run to obtain that prize, man. You know, you can't watch the next man run and expect to win a prize not having done anything.
You get a participation trophy without participating.
Yeah, on some special.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen a damn Special Olympics sticker when I was in California, and that shit had me pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Right there.
I was like, man, this shit's so stupid. You got a bunch of retarded ass motherfuckers gathering from all over the country,
Yeah.
drooling on themselves, breath stinking, smelling like shit. Cause you know retarded motherfuckers, they can't properly bathe themselves.
Hygiene ain't
Yeah,
gonna be their
man.
top marks. You know?
Just in a damn arena, making the weirdest noises.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Giving retarded speeches and shit. Like,
Right.
that's just nasty.
Maybe one of them really understand what the hell they doing. The rest of them just there.
In the kingdom,
You know?
they're gonna be. If somebody's born retarded, the family is taking care of that nigga, and he's never seen in public. All right, we're not. He's not having a job at Walmart. You know, Walmart hiring all the retards to work the door, check receipts and shit. No, in the kingdom of heaven, they ass gonna be the responsibility of their immediate family. You know.
Yeah. Like Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Left that bitch because she didn't want to take care of the black.
Yeah, retarded son, right?
Yeah. Verse 25.
Down syndrome or some shit. His own mama didn't want to take care of him.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Hey, moms are ruthless, man. Moms don't. Hey, I'm gonna find that the scripture talk about she's hardened against the young ones. The Job, as though they were not hers. A mother will treat you like you ain't even her child, man.
It's in the law too.
For some dick.
It's in Deuteronomy 28 as well.
Straight up.
Verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery.
Hey, real quick. Job 39 and 4, real quick. They're young ones. Here we go. Jeremiah 39 and 16. She's hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. Alright, so the Israelite woman don't fear the Heavenly Father, and she's hardened against her own children as though they're not even her own children. You know what I'm saying? Leave your own kids to be raised by somebody else. You know, one grandma or one of your siblings, while you out getting drunk, smoking crack, smoking speed, fucking doing whatever the hell else you're doing, getting fucked on by any nigga that's willing to give you some money. You just performing the duty of a prostitute, an old school prostitute. Minus the only thing you ain't doing is standing on the corner, selling ass. All right, but you got a lot of women from back in the 90s and the 80s, our parents' generation, that was like full-fledged prostitutes. The only thing they didn't do was go stand out on the corner. All right, but they had a bunch of in-calls. Niggas just constantly coming to the house, a new nigga, you know. But that's the nature that an Israelite woman can actually tap into and give a fuck less about her kids, man. And that's demonic, man. That's demonic.
Not only is that a curse from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, a lot of that's leftovers from slavery. So I was watching this movie. I'm actually watching this movie going into Gad. It's called Crows and Bones, and it's going to their experiences at the Catholic boarding schools, and it goes into how they were hardened so much by those fucking piece of shit nuns.
Like nuns.
Hey, look at this. Oh yeah, it's like a fake ass.
This is back and forth.
No, around the sun there's a fake rainbow from all the chemicals.
Yeah, he's looking at this.
That shit's crazy.
I look up, I'm like, damn, I can't hear that
But
shit.
it's back here.
It's harder to look at that shit with the chemtrails
Right.
than regular.
Yeah, regularly. I glanced up at that, I was like,
Yeah, but they're going into how them nuns and them priests hardened Gad so much that when they got back, they couldn't even show love to their own children. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we need deliverance, man. We're still under these curses.
Hey, that's these new age YNs and shit. There's a disconnect between the parent and the child, man.
Yep, straight up.
These motherfuckers, that Gen Z stare,
Yeah.
or Generation Alpha stare,
I think it's the Gen Z stare.
the Gen Z stare. Well, their minds can't compute what you're telling them, so they just stare at you bewildered.
Like, look, yeah.
Like a demon. Really, they're demons, man. Hey, GMO babies, like Apostle Rashad used to say back when I first was coming into the truth.
Yeah, hey, for a time it was called Zika babies too.
Zika babies,
I remember that shit.
The Zika babies. But you don't even hear about that shit.
No, hell no.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
another one of
That's
those,
a Brazilian thing.
Yeah, another one of those engineered diseases. Hey, one's on the way too.
Oh yeah, they're calling this the super CVID shit, man. You know?
Who knows if it'll come to anything,
Right.
but hey, let it happen.
But they got to put a whole bunch of things out there just so they can pull that one, run with that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just get a whole bunch of them out there. See which one the people are really going to start reacting
Release the Kraken.
to. You know?
People start walking around with masks, and this is
Yeah,
the one.
this is the one.
Get 'em.
Go full fledged without.
Yeah.
You know?
Back in 2 Corinthians 9:25, and every man that striving for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they that do it to obtain a
Yeah, you gotta be
corruptible
temperate.
crown.
You can't just be overbearing and doing the most to the max. All right. You gotta be temperate. Meaning you gotta have you gotta find your balance in this truth. All right. Balance in the truth is very, very vital. Okay.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah, fucking March Madness. Fucking NBA Finals. The Super Bowl. Okay, the Super Bowl, all that shit is a temporal crown that you get as a reward of years of being bugged out of your mind.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, they want the corruptible crown, which anything on this side is corruptible, right? Trying to build up a homestead, trying to build up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get I want a family and whatnot, you know, really trying to build a family. I want my wife, my children, you know what I'm saying? Really trying to get into all of that.
That's just the
on
way
this
it sounds.
side. That's your corruptible crown, man, because all this is about to be dissolved, man. All of this is about to be melted with fervor heat.
I got a cousin that's in his early 20s that got 2 children, and his fucking baby mama is giving him hell, man. Giving him all kind of hell. And he was like, I love my kids, but if anybody asks me my advice on having children, he would be like, I'll tell him no.
Hell no.
I'll tell him no. And I'm like, man, you know, that's I commend that because even with catching hell and all that, a lot of jakes still be like, no, have kids. It's a blessing and all that. No, you know, it ain't that bad. Like, man, fuck that shit. You know, cause hey, I commend brothers that got children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take care of your seeds, man.
Yeah, but every brother's
do your thing.
certain brothers was put on planet Earth in these last days to have children, and some weren't. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord put that spirit on each brother to be different because some spirits need to be here for that last day. Because if all of us was like, fuck it, it'd be like, damn, like I never wanted to have kids. Those was accidents. You know what I'm saying? So-called.
Yeah.
But, you know, for some brothers that want to have kids, hey, they got that spirit on them. Hey, for those spirits to be here in this last day of judgment.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you know, Abarat's job for brothers that do have children, you know, you and those children.
That's right.
You know, and your wife, if she, you know,
If
is
she down
obedient,
if she down with the program,
you know, be delivered.
yeah, that's right.
I don't know what's his up.
Yeah.
If they're forced, so run.
But your ratchet ass baby mama, man, fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
That's
Fuck
right.
that bitch.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I.
Yeah, we ain't just we in the truth, but we don't know what we doing this for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking, it's trendy.
Right.
Or it's a new fad. Well, I'm an Israelite. I can call white people the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And still be a nigga or whatever, but link up with brothers and go out in the hot.
Right.
Fuck all that, man.
Still gangbanging on the side.
We got the cookouts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got the fringes and barbecue.
Yep.
You know.
We're gonna go do a turkey giveaway.
I do my job during the week. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with my boys. And then on the weekend I just, you know, I go link up with the brothers and we do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah,
Yeah,
man.
no,
That ain't it.
We know what we fighting for, man. We're fighting for salvation,
Right.
for a heavenly crown that can't be corrupted.
Because this truth, you don't join this truth and then that's you join the club, man. This is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
All right? This is a whole lifestyle, man. We've changed everything about ourselves, okay, in hopes of pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai. And we live day in and day out in that. Okay, it doesn't get turned off ever. You know, even while we're amongst other people, we're still ourselves, man, which is what you see right here. You know, we don't this doesn't get turned off. We don't turn this off because we have a life outside of it. This is our life, man. Okay? So the serving the Lord is a lifestyle, man. It's not a job, a 9-to-5 job, man. You know?
The woman see I never seen you act like that, Like, what? You better be yourself.
Right. She don't see you smile. Right. Yeah, she don't never see you. She don't never, you know, it's not like anybody that knows us outside the truth, when they see us amongst brothers, they won't notice any type of difference. Right? Other than the fact that we're closer, of course, with the brothers than we are with other people.
Exactly.
There's words, there's terminology that we might use with the brothers that other people never hear because it doesn't mean nothing to them. But they won't say that there's a difference in our character.
Right.
Oh, you're only this way or you're that. No, it's still just, you know what I'm saying?
There might be a little more affinity amongst brothers
Right.
towards each other than to them.
Right.
But it's not gonna be like that.
And I'm talking about people that you'll be somewhat close with. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people like your family or whatnot. Your family ain't gonna say that you're acting different when you're around brothers if they see you know, for people who have their family around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about coworkers. Coworkers don't get the real you.
Oh no, that's Clark Kent.
Yeah, coworkers will say there's a difference because they don't get the real you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about family members.
But I'm talking about people that you may spend time around, your mom or something.
Right.
She ain't gonna say that you're acting different when you're around your brothers or when you're around, you know, just regular family members or whatnot.
Exactly.
Because you're always just you, man. Because this truth is our actual lifestyle. It's not a costume, you know.
So fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep.
You shadow boxing. You know, shadow boxing demons going nowhere.
really giving your whole effort into it. Though.
Look at his agent. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself shall become be a castaway.
Yeah, man, you gotta keep what you've been taught.
Under subjection.
You gotta keep it in subjection. All right, you can't. You end up you teaching. You can teach others, but you ain't even practicing what you preach. All right, you don't want to fall into that category.
There's a word for that. They call it hypocrisy.
This is Jeremiah 7:27. I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their way. They are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders.
Hey, our people, rebellious, man. Our people love to be rebellious.
They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters.
Brass and iron. Iron is a metal that can tarnish. Brass is not on the level of gold or silver. You know,
It's inferior.
it's an inferior metal.
Dealing with like we were talking about the fallouts. The bellows are burned. The lead is consumed of the fire. The founders melteth in vain. For the wicked are not plucked away. Reprobate silver shall men call them, because Yahweh hath rejected them.
Yeah, all the reproof that's going out for our people, and they still want to be stuck on stupid. But it's 2/3 or 2/3 because the Heavenly Father has rejected them ultimately.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
If you win this thing, you better take it as being precious.
Yeah.
Because it could be taken away, man. If the Lord rejects you, he rejects you. And it's, up to him when he do that. So a run that you may obtain.
Right. This is a gift.
Yeah.
Go ahead with that Genesis.
This is Genesis chapter 49, and this is verse 14 in the NLT. Issachar is a sturdy donkey resting between two saddle packs.
Yeah, so Issachar is a sturdy donkey resting between two saddle packs. So you got Mexico is like there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't. It's like an axis. Alright? Because Mexico is technically part of North America. Yet, it's a pivotal point because it's the gateway to Central and South America, to the south. But yet, even though it's part of North America, when you really think of North America, you think of America and Canada.
Yep.
So, Issachar, their land, Mexico, is a very important piece to the Western Hemisphere, man. You know?
When
and so like it's stuck between those two burdens. You know, you got North America, Esau, then you got Central and South America, which is the tribes. Zebulon, Asher.
The tribes that's all being manipulated by Esau.
By Esau, yeah.
And in that burden, that slavery, on both continents, heavy. Being pushed by the so-called white man.
Small house.
Tiny top.
When he sees how good the countryside is and how pleasant the land, he will bend his shoulder to the load and submit himself to hard labor.
Yes, hey, so look at all that the land Issachar got. It's mountainous, it got deserts, it got forests.
It got areas where it can grow a lot of vegetation too.
Exactly.
Avocados from Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like
all that land, with it being abundant like it is,
which comes from agave.
Yes, sir.
it's gotta be tilled, man.
Right.
You gotta actually put in work.
Oh yeah.
Hard work.
You know what I'm saying? So that land being so plenteous, the Most High put the perfect tribe there to actually get down and actually take care of that. Because could you imagine that being an inheritance that you get from your father? All right, all right, this is Issachar, this is yours. Asher, this is yours. Zebulon, this is yours. But you, as an Issachar, you got a big ass portion, and it's plentiful. But you gonna have to put that work in, and then only you gonna do it because this is your shit. You know what I'm saying? So now the point of me having the brother read that, you got the small hats that's trying to take over that shit.
Right.
They're trying to take credit and take over something they didn't even labor for, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as the scripture said.
Yeah, bringing that out because of
Puta Judea.
yeah, what we read, what we talked about earlier. Puta Judea, back in November, them Issacharites at the I want to say it's the Capitol building, state Capitol building, if I'm not mistaken. They you know, ran up. You know, remember a couple months ago, back in November, December, when they had a barricade, the fucking I think it was a presidential palace or something like that, because the Mexicans was rioting because they don't want that small hat, tiny top president, Scheinbaum in office. You know, so what you see the small hats doing to Issachar in Mexico is what they've done to all these countries. They'll say, even the article I read, I did a lesson on this earlier this morning. It was from the Jerusalem Post, and they said that the Jewish Mexicans are the Mexican Jews. All right, how does that make sense? All right, the Mexican Jews. All right, so when they decide that they want to get up out of Mexico and go to fucking Jamaica, now they're going to be the Jamaican Jews.
The Jamaican Jews, right.
You know, or we're going to leave there and we're going to go to Sri Lanka.
Right.
Or we're the Sri Lankan Jews.
Sri Lankan Jews.
Well, how about you're an Edomite?
Right.
How about that?
How about you just be,
How about you are no Jew at all?
Right. How about you're just the tribe of Amalek?
Yeah, the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
How about that?
How about that one?
You know? So I thought that was interesting.
Hey, they're gonna. That's one of the benefits of the kingdom, man. Is that the kingdom, we're gonna force these nations to take on their identity, their biblical identity. All right. Amalek ain't gonna be able to just hide amongst other people and claim themselves as something else, man. They're gonna know. Everybody's gonna know that's a fucking Amalekite, man. Even worse than that, it's an Edomite, man. Everybody's gonna know, you know.
Yeah, you can grab that.
25.
Yeah, sorry,
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse.
you can read that. Read it. Oh, read that because we missed that earlier.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. In the NLT, it says, "Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are cooked." I'm sorry, and their lives are crooked. It says crooked. There's an R in there.
I was like, I'm thinking, because I was like, you know, when this brother gets to a point, I'm gonna, you know, break it down.
Yeah.
But that's the proud being the small hats, and they cook, man. The small hats is cooked. The proud of Babylon the Great, Donald Trump, Pete, Hedgehog, that whole administration, they're all cooked. This dude is firing people left and right.
Right.
You know, that's an indication that America is cooked, man.
Right.
The most proud.
It's unstable. You know. It says, they trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked.
Yeah, hey, there's nothing more proud than an American Edomite.
Right.
They don't believe in God, atheists, they agnostic, whatever the fuck they believe, or just flat out worship Satan.
Right.
You know, they only believe in themselves. Esau only believes in himself.
Yep.
666. Speaking of the
Okay,
devil,
all
and that nigga that just drove by had all kind of demonic ass face tats, looked like one of them demonic rock band, Seattle type motherfuckers.
What you doing down here, man?
Yeah,
Take your ass back up there, man.
That way.
Go back to King County, nigga.
Yeah. Well,
It says, but the righteous will live by their faithfulness to the Heavenly Father.
yeah, and that's the state we in now, living to the Heavenly Father via our faithfulness, man. Simply having faith in Yahweh, Bashimi outside, got us still here, man. You know?
It says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest.
Yeah, the small hats, man. They always on some devious shit, planning on how they want to take what somebody else got. There was a video brother sent. That's cool.
Yeah,
a brother sent the video of a small hat with a fake court order in front of some people's house on the East Coast. It looked like it might be in New York City. This nigga talking about, yeah, we need to come inspect your house.
What the fuck?
Because they're trying to fucking take these people's house. And then they're like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, man, we don't care about that little hat on your head. Or knock that shit off your head. You know, he was like, but the dude, he's still, the small hat is still proud and arrogant. Like, no, this court order, we have to come in and look at inside. You know what I'm saying? Just the audacity, man.
What the fuck?
The audacity, the thing that you can
Like
pull out a fake piece of paper.
That you as a small hat.
And yeah, it just takes something that don't belong to you, man.
Right.
But if somebody come out with a shotgun and blow your ass to smithereens, now they're wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if this motherfucker step in your house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He let him have it.
Yep.
They'll because he's a rat. You know you're gonna be guilty. That's unjust, man.
There's certain states that if they step in your house, you can shoot them.
Yeah, Colorado, make my day right.
Yeah. I think they made a movie about it. They made a movie about it where this dude got off from people trying to invade his house. While they was in his house, he shot him, and he was able to get off from that. So then the police was mad that he got off from it, and they set up something, but he ended up shooting the person. He told him, like, if y'all come, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna shoot you. They came, and he shot him outside. So then they had the justification to actually arrest him because it wasn't in his house this time. You know what I'm saying? So, I forget what the movie was called. It was Stand Your Ground or some shit like that. Yeah.
Some states does that. Washington, it's not like that. I know a nigga back in the day, and a motherfucker was robbing him. He had his kids in the house and everything, and he shot the motherfucker. The motherfucker didn't die. And not only did he have to do time for it, the motherfucker sued him.
Wow.
As he was robbing the nigga's house. That's just crazy.
Unjust, man.
Hey, this state's bugged out.
It's fucked up.
Bugged out.
You can't even protect your own house when somebody robbing you.
It's beautiful. Outside that,
Man, outside the actual
That's
natural
all it got.
beauty, that's all it's got to offer.
everybody here needs outside the elect needs to die.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that motherfucker spraying up there. That nigga over there, all of them. The motherfucker with his dog, you know. It says they open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied.
Yeah, man. Greater Israel Project. You know, the Balfour Declaration wasn't enough.
Right.
You want to take all of Palestine from the Palestinians, which that don't belong to them anyways.
Right.
Now you trying to venture out into other countries. Like you trying to get up into Iran. What nigga?
Right.
Like that's they shit. Let them have that, man.
Trying to take Lebanon.
You know, yeah. Lebanon,
Argentina.
fucking Syria, all that.
Yeah.
That's why they sending them niggas over there to burn the land in Argentina.
Yeah, all that, the Patagonia.
Yeah.
Fucking demons, man.
It says they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples.
Yep. Small hats, tentacles is all throughout this earth.
Creeping and crawling. It says, but soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you thieves?
Yeah, hey, the destruction that's coming from the small hats and the America, USA, hey, it's gonna be worthy to be mocked at, laughed at, all that. All right, the saints is gonna rejoice.
That's right.
And be in a jovial spirit and praise Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah once this place gets destroyed.
That's right.
The elect ain't gonna be crying that here it is, you get delivered and get a whole new body your mind like that is renewed. Your spirit, your flesh renewed in the twinkling of an eye.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be crying at the fact that you escaped judgment. All right, and the Lord have mercy on you. You ain't gonna be crying at the fact that the nigga woman with them big ass eyelashes is down there burnt up to a crisp.
Right.
That this fat ass Edomite who belly hang over his goddamn his belt buckle. All right, is burnt to a crisp. You know, the YNs,
Right.
the Edomite woman.
Yeah.
All right, these dogs and cats, and you ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that.
The fucking
You just
PDF
gonna be
files
praising
and
your house.
shit.
Yeah, PDF files.
Epstein niggas.
That bitch right there.
Right.
All right, this is with bonnets.
The fucking church pastor.
Yeah, you gonna be praising praising the Lord, man.
Right.
The fact that you got delivered up out of Babal, Yum, Ma'ash, Babylon, water of fire, or lake of fire. You know.
You're gonna be it's gonna be tears of joy and of gratitude, not tears of sorrow. You know. It says, now you will get what you deserve.
Yeah, hey, America deserves what it's getting. It deserves it.
Yep.
Even these Edomites. Don't let these Edomites crocodile tears.
Right.
Or them want to spark a conversation and talk about the state of the economy and they'll try to have you feel sorry for their ass. Oh, I'm sorry for slavery and this, that, and the third. They want some type of sympathy from you, and really all it is they're trying to hit you with that judo mind trick to have you feel sorry for the way you feel.
If an Edomite
You know what I'm
tell me
saying?
they sorry for slavery, I'm gonna tell them, give me $500.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're really sorry, give me $500.
Let me slap it. Let me
give me $500
give
and
you-
let me slap.
Let me give you 39 lashes with a whip.
Right. 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 minus a save one.
40 save one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a black bitch with a Edomite in that truck.
That's
He
that-
looked like he fucking a logger,
They love it out here.
and
like
she
that.
looked like a damn, like she trying to be Cleopatra.
Damn.
She had the barrettes in her hair, or the little beads, looking like a cracked out Egyptian.
It's crazy how black bitches get with Esau and still be trying to, I'm gonna hold on to my nigger roots.
Dumb.
Bitch, flatten your, but while you with Jake, you sitting there flattening your
Dye your
flattening
hair.
your hair.
Why don't you
and-
dye your hair blonde
You know
already?
what I'm saying?
It's just like one of your white go get that eye surgery that T.I.'s wife got. Turn your eyes a different color.
Damn.
Go to Jamaica and bleach your skin and just become a white bitch.
Yeah, you be a white bitch.
How about that? You got the money, don't you?
Right.
444, bro. Go ahead.
It says, you've become rich by extortion, but
Small hats. They extort everything. Usury. Unjust practices. Go ahead.
but how much longer can this go on?
Yep. We're at the point where this system, it can't go on, which is why they got to usher in a new system. All right, this system is not sustainable, man. A fiat reserve currency. All right, people using fake money. All right, go ahead.
Suddenly, your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and hopeless.
Yeah, it said your debtors.
I'm sorry, helpless.
Your debtors. What it say? Will take action.
Suddenly, your debtors will take action.
Yeah, those that use the fiat currency of America, all right, that was threatened by sanctions and what have you, they're taking action now. All right, your own allies, all right, that you had, you bully them,
Right.
NATO allies and all that. You bully them. We ain't gonna do nothing that America don't approve of because we don't want no sanctions on it.
We don't want no smoke.
Yeah, but they taking action now. You know?
To the point where even signing resolutions against you, but you won't sign them.
Yeah, the bullies, the people being bullied are not afraid of the bully anymore, man.
I was like, that had to be a step
Right. That crime against gravest crime against humanity UN resolution, 3 nations didn't sign it: Argentina, U.S., and motherfucking Israel.
Yep.
Because guess what? Y'all was 78% of the slave trade.
Right.
And you know you're gonna have to come up out them pockets, and you greedy as fuck.
It says, because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you.
Man. Yep, and they by way of destroying this place. They're gonna destroy this place.
Isaiah 33 and 1.
Look at this nigga.
Isaiah 33 and 1.
You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. And sorrow awaits you. What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly?
Yeah. The whole building up of Israel before it got, missiles, rockets, and all that. That's American taxpayer money that the small hats used to build that economy.
Yeah.
Unjust to be so far American citizens ain't signed up to have all their money sent to Israel. So they can fucking live lavish in the shade while your ass is getting paid minimum wage.
Right.
And fed GMOs.
Matter of fact, that healthcare you got now, we need that too, so that we can build some more bombs for Israel.
Right. That walk kills me every fucking time, bro. It's like, what the fuck? It says you believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger.
They really thought all them missile defense systems had them secure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit is failed them.
It ain't work. It ain't work, player. It says, but by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives.
Hey, look at that genocide. The whole world looked at that as a shame.
Yeah.
What they was doing to them Palestinians.
Yep.
All right, and now they're going through that. They're going through, a constant barrage of missile strikes and
Yep.
not knowing, okay, is this building going to get hit today?
Right.
Having to go underground and live in bunkers and all that. And scurry and try to get to an airport or get to another country. Hey, what goes around comes around, man.
That's right.
It says the very stones and the walls.
And and this is referring to America as well. First and foremost, in ancient time, this talking about Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we apply this to Esau. All right, small hats are Edomites as well. And who's the dynamic duo that's fucking shit up in the earth? The small hats in America.
Yep. The small hats caused a lot of fucking terror in this earth,
Bro,
man.
they ain't got control of the earth.
And America following suit after them motherfuckers have caused a lot of fucking terror in this earth.
Yep. Those 2 nations are one and the same.
Yep.
Owned by the same small hats.
Owned by the same fucking devils, man. On the same agenda of being a devil in the earth, man. It says the very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint.
Yeah, the infrastructure of InfoWars. That's kind of. Hi, I'm Alex Jones, and this is InfoWars.
I'm Alex Jones, and I'm sizing you up.
My
daughters aren't gonna starve.
I'll eat you. I'll eat you.
I will.
That nigga's crazy.
Hey, the infrastructure of Babylon was great. is at an all-time low, man. Bridges collapsing. You got potholes and sinks.
Yep.
You know, I mean, in the street rates. You know, people's houses. You got people who live in houses that white chick rolled by with her. She opened her mouth like, you know how like in disbelief, like she did all that. You got people whose houses need renovations and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yep. Sewer systems need to be redid.
Yep.
Electrical grid needs to be fucking updated and revamped because it can't really sustain the strain that's upon it. You know?
In Europe, they put their electrical grid underground.
Yeah.
America, which is smart.
Too.
You know, which is smart.
Yeah. You can't do it in Washington because of the water table.
It says, what sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption? Has not the Lord of Heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain.
Everything these nations is trying to do to accomplish a new world order is all in vain.
That's right.
All of it. Because they're going into slavery. Did you read that in the Bible?
You read that in the Bible? It says, for as the water fills the sea, the earth will be filled with the awareness of the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, hey, the knowledge of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to permeate the earth. Just how the knowledge of the Epstein files and the elite banking families is the ones who really control this earth. And you know, the lies that America is trying to promote pertaining to that war with Iran, people in real time is knowing that's bullshit. If it's coming from America, it's bullshit. The world knows that in real time. That's a ugly ass law.
Took an old school T-Bird and a new school T-Bird and tried to mash them up.
That shit crazy. Come on, man. So the way the truth, as far as like the actions and the events that's taking place in Earth is being revealed in real time, well, the knowledge of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, everybody gonna know that there's one power.
Yeah.
All right? There's one chosen people. Like the 12 tribes of Israel, not the small hats. Their run is over, man.
Right.
You know?
The cat's out the bag for them niggas.
Yep.
You know? One of the beautiful things about what's happening is everybody is witnessing and is coming to the realization that them niggas is absolutely fucking evil, man, and untrustworthy. You know? It says, what sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk, force your cup on them so you can gloat over their shameful nakedness.
Yeah. All this democracy America promoted, the damn anti-Semitic shit that the small hats have promoted. On some, you gotta tap to this tune, because if not, we're gonna say you anti-Semitic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's up with this, man? People are weird, man. You know? Go ahead.
Uber Eats, maybe.
Dream team.
It says, but soon it will be your turn to be disgraced.
Yep. And that's what's coming for America and the small hats. Disgrace. All right, the shame and disgrace that we as Israelites had to suffer and still suffer. Hey, don't forget the curses according to Deuteronomy is going to be shifted to the heathen.
That's right.
And it's going to hit hardest amongst the small hats, man.
Yep.
Amongst the nation of Edom.
Yep.
Got a double portion.
Because just like with the nation of Israel, we all caught hell, but the people we all got fucked up. But I say as far as the shame, the most disgraceful you look at them and it's like, man, you just shake your head. It's niggas.
Straight up. Straight up.
You look at niggas, and it's just like, you like, how'd y'all?
Straight up.
Hey, I seen some YouTube short, and it was a young chick that she said, we went from queens to young hoes.
Damn.
I was like, God, which that's the idiocracy in itself, because a queen is a whore.
Right.
When you go to the etymology of a queen, it's a whore.
Yep.
So you went from a whore to a young whore. You know? But we did 111. We did go from we went from a royal state to being the worst people on the planet. Mine outside of the small house.
Right.
I thought that was Keith Thurman. Right there.
It says, come drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame.
Yep. That's what they're experiencing now. That's what you said?
Yeah, it looks like, because that was about to get into, well, yeah, it gets into Lebanon and, yeah, the violence, and it just kind of continues for a little bit, but
grab that,
that's the point.
Grab that in Revelation and
Revelation 21:4, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Yeah, we need that new earth, that new heaven and that new earth. So these current things, which are going to be former, could fucking flee and never return. Right? And all the Lord gonna wipe away all tears. If you cry in the kingdom, it'll be tears of joy. It ain't gonna be because of so-and-so died or some pain that you feel.
Right.
Nah, it's gonna be tears of joy, man. And those tears of joy is gonna start in the chariot upon salvation. All of us brothers that sincerely believe get to partake in that, man.
That's right.
But what's got anything? All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna face the east once again. We give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash.
All right, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.
Stay up.
Stay up.